over a few subjects. Hey guys, we're live. Joey, we're going to go over a few subjects and then I'm going to say a few things. I'm going to start us off with a song that you're going to hate probably.
This is Transparency and Merit. I'm JP. That's Brian.
Yeah.
And Brian traditionally makes the worst songs ever, but let's try it.
Yeah. I recommend other people get on Sunu and also write songs and see what they can do. But Joey, we're not only on Transparency and Merit, but we're also on X. We're also on Inflammatory Talk on X. But and then we're also Walk Against the Woke. I'm thinking about, instead of Walk Against the Woke, going March Against the Midwits. Anyway, Joey, I'm gonna play a little quick little song, and this is Elon, Trump, and Midwit Culture.
Elon on a rocket, Trump on a tweet spree, Midwit Culture taking over our TV. Tweets fly like rockets, debates in the streets, Midwit laughter echoes in digital retreats. Elon, Trump, and Midwit Culture so bizarre, billionaires on Mars and memes taken too far. TikTok scrolls forever, opinions on repeat, algorithms ruling what's on your feed. Digital battlegrounds, reality they distort, liking, shares, and follows, a twisted kind of sport. Elon, Trump, and Midwit Culture so bizarre, billionaires on Mars and memes taken too far.
Okay. Whoa. All right, Joey.
Yeah, right. All right.
What did you think?
You know what? I would give that one a solid 7 for listenability. It could do a little better, but it was not bad. It was not as bad as normal. I have a quick one to play.
All right.
Let's hear it. It's simply called Midwits.
And now it don't stop telling me what size things to wear. My face.
That was horrible. Hold on. Here we go. We're restarting it.
Give me something better, Joey. Oh my God. Now, Joey, you had it. By the way, Joey, you had a dealing with Midwit Culture when you were in San Francisco.
Yeah. It was pathetic. You know, San Francisco is already just so impacted and grotesque in so
Yes.
many ways. And walking through what used to be like my old memory of San Francisco was already shot to hell because all of these there were buildings that were shut down. There were vacant buildings and just a lot of obviously a lot of homeless and everything. And anyways, I went to a concert there, and some dweeb, I don't even a poser. He turned around and looked at me and said, "Hey, can you turn down your volume?" And I could not have said it any clearer. The whole section I was in heard me say it. I looked at him in the face and I said, "No, I will not." God.
You were having fun with your friend, and somebody put on their bossy boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has got.
It was just so stupid. The show we were watching, the performer was even he was performing a cover song. It wasn't even an original song. It was a good cover song, but it's a cover song. You don't need to shut up during a cover song. You just don't.
No, give me a break.
The whole thing was ridiculous. And that was the kind of, he just didn't like what he heard. And all we were doing was laugh and have a good time. For some reason, he didn't like that.
Some people, a lot of times right now at this moment, woke midwit culture wants to ruin your time. They want to they want you to have fun on their terms. And don't tell me how to have fun.
No, don't.
Don't tell me how to have a good time or what to laugh at, what not to laugh at, what to see, not what, we can decipher for ourselves.
Right. Yeah. I actually feel like my no was so forceful and so packed with meaning that people all around me, like, I feel like they rallied. Like, people felt that around me, like how fucking serious I was when I said that to him. No, I will not. And I've never said anything, and I literally grew like 5 inches, like I grew out of my chair, out of my seat, out of my body, and it was very powerful. Even though the guy probably was half my age, I felt like I couldn't have felt more powerful at that very moment. It was really interesting.
Yeah. So there was the interview with Trump and Elon Musk.
Yes.
And or Elon Musk interviewing Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk has basically said right now he is supporting Trump, and that he used to be a liberal. Or he's I guess he considers himself still a liberal or a moderate liberal, and that the left has gone insane. They're dishonest and they are control freaks. Ever since the internet, social media, and people being able to use the public square, the left does not like that. They don't like.
Well, what have we learned? I think what we've learned most, and if you haven't, you should probably open your eyes. You don't just wake up and have the power or the ability to broadcast messages to millions and millions of minds without being signed on the dotted line. You are signed up somewhere, somehow. There's some control factors at play. So we get it. You've got to moderate. You've got to, you know what I mean? You've got to, your dialogue is somewhat controlled.
Well, Joey, I think since, the 1960s, throughout the 1960s and 70s, there are certain subjects that the left has controlled for so long that they didn't know how to handle, this pushback, particularly against, I don't know if I would call it the civil rights industrial complex, but once they started...
I would say the most fearsome of all revolts was in the Summer of Love, 1968-69. I think there was truly a powerful pushback against that regime, against that what they felt was wrong, and that really, I think that turned the tables. But we haven't had anything like that since. I would say the closest was in 1995. In fact, we were making a push back towards that, and it fell flat. It fell flat. There's just to corporations.
The thing of it is, Joey, the culture has drastically changed since the advent of the pill.
Yeah.
The sexual revolution. And then on top of that, we had Lyndon Johnson's Great Society program. So we had two things.
Yes.
Get out of the bag.
Which I do think was in fact the actual atom bomb was that cultural shift of the pill was actually an attack on the nuclear family. If you can read between the lines, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, again, the pill, when the pill was invented, it basically changed the social structure of things. And the truth is, Joey, that, I don't see, once you take something like that out of the bag, that's not coming back. That's, you're not going to change, you may change morals a little bit, but I don't, you're not going to see a significant change, you're not going to see, 1950s Christian America, where people wait to get married and they don't have.
Right. But you also haven't seen 1969 America either. They pulled out every maneuver in the book, every sort of psychological warfare that could be waged was waged, and it's been a different story since. But I do feel like those are important cultural shifts for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and we're working on a project that I think if we were able to do it, we would show the cultural shifts and the realities of those fundamental cultural shifts. And Trump and the political situation is just kind of a just kind of a symbol of that. Again, it's the baby boom generation, but then it's and each generation of these midwits, they get a little worse. I mean, I think to a degree they get progressively worse the younger they get.
There are so many movies that demonstrate this, by the way, but I think it's in some movies it's displayed as the good, the rich, powerful, maybe not powerful, but the rich family or elites, and teaching their children about their experiences, and I think that's been displayed pretty well in a lot of movies.
Well, I want to say this, particularly with regards to legacy media. Print newspaper, and then even when television first came out, these were people that to a degree came from a lot more humble backgrounds, and they had respect and love for their subject, the people that they were talking about, and they were talking. They talk to us as human beings, and they don't do that anymore. We're not, these people are so arrogant and so stuck. I mean, regardless of what you think about my position on South Africa and white farmers, did you see how that woman, who was an ADL fan, how she talked to me and how she addressed me? Like I wasn't even a human being worth to be talking to. And the more I think about it, the bigger my chip, the bigger, the bigger the chip on my shoulder grows. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to be around you. I don't want anything to do with you. I want you on, like, hey, man, I want to know the companies that sponsor you, because I don't want to go to those companies. And it's not, look, I don't want to harm you, but I don't want to support anything you're about. You're a bad, you're a nasty, bad person, and you've used economic maneuvering because that your positions aren't popular, and these people do not believe that human beings can decipher good and bad information. They think that we are all a bunch of that we're all a bunch of children who will overreact if we hear bad things. And again, the way they talk to us, the way they address us is awful. Awful, Joey. And I'm like, okay, you go on your side of the economic street and I'll go on mine. And this is not just for Americans. This is for the world. I don't want to be around you. I don't want anything, you've made it very clear that you don't want to hear anything that I have to say. So you know what I say? You go your way, I go mine. You've already made it clear that you don't like me. And how am I to respond to that? You want me to spend, like if there's a corporation that supports you, I don't want to support it. I don't want to deal with it. You go your way, I go mine. You can take your Coca-Cola. You can take your Pepsi. You can take your Bud Light. Go do it. Go drink it. Go join Antifa. Go join the Tankies and be with them, because you don't say anything about them. Anything to respond, Joey? Any response about what I've just said?
No, go on.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just, the few things that I had to say. And again, Elon Musk interviewed Trump, and I'm seeing basically what anyone had to say on that issue. Trump is returning, by the way, in October for a
where, to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, in Pennsylvania. And but by the way, and Elon just said there appears to be a massive DDoS attack on X, working on shutting it down. The worst case will proceed with smaller number of listeners and posts. So hey, these people are trying to sabotage.
I wonder if someone may be getting who knows what sort of threats are going on, but I think a lot of these stupid hacks are ridiculous. Of course, that's why I don't spend much time on X anymore. There's too much nonsense and BS being spread. But what is everybody else out there seeing? Are there comments?
People are thinking that I'm asking Grok right now.
Right.
With Elon and Trump.
Well, let's see what Grok has to say. I'm not so sure I trust the robot, but let's see.
And I said it seems like foul was afoot. What happened with the interview with Elon Trump? Well, it seems Elon's planned grand interview on Donald Trump's X platform didn't go as smoothly as we might have hoped. Technical difficulties plagued the event, leaving Musk and Trump twiddling their thumbs for almost 45 minutes before they could finally get the show on the road. But that wasn't the only drama surrounding the interview. It seems like some folks are crying foul play, suggesting that technical glitches were more than just coincidence. Could it be someone was trying to sabotage the event? It could very well be because there's a lot. There is a lot of.
Probably somebody powerful was compromised, I'm guessing, and the data was probably used as some sort of collateral. I'm just guessing here, but it sounds
Now
like
Trump will return in October to Butler, Pennsylvania, and
the Butler did it.
The Butler did it, and you know what? Let's hope. Again, families, I have family in Butler, and hopefully we can get something done there. And
I bet they would find someone like me to be completely off my tit, but I'd be open to talking to those people and seeing how far off the narrative they could stray.
Yeah, and there are people that believe that there was a DDoS attack, and really don't know right now. It's right now it is all speculation, but I think Elon is saying that that it was some sort of underhanded nonsense.
I'm guessing somebody's data was compromised that had some power or some sort of say in this situation, and it probably delayed things, but these guys know how to handle that, I guess, by now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? No, sometimes you don't. I mean, this is still, new. This is still rather new technology, Joey. So,
says you. I think maybe the Butlerian Jihad gave us some insight into that whole idea that maybe this isn't the first go around with this technology, and that may be some Atlantean or Atlantis sort of nonsense to a lot of people, but I think that technology can be controlled. The mind cannot.
Sometimes technology can be controlled, but there are so many factors out there, so many individuals out there who they are culturally captured. It's almost like they're insane, and they will do anything to control the narrative. And I never thought that I would see anything like this in my lifetime. People this crazy and insane. Because, I mean, I really do think that these people are insane, Joey. And like I said, if my voice or the voice of people or anyone else's voice isn't welcome, then guess what? My money, my currency isn't going to be welcome either. I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to buy from people who silence my voice, who seek to silence me or silence anyone else that I know. Bottom line.
You need to watch the movie Network again.
I remember that film. Joey, this is something new because, and I think we might want to go into this because the movie Network, the same thing with the movie Citizen Kane. I mean, there was Network. I mean, there was Citizen Kane, and then there was Network, and then there was another thing about the news culture. These people are completely of a different generation than they are today. They don't come from the humble backgrounds. A lot of these people seem like complete spoiled, egocentric brats.
Was it Chinatown? Not Chinatown. What was the other one? Syndicate.
It was with John Hurt.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. But
okay, but yeah.
But and it talked about this was before the internet came around, and the thing of it is, the news people did not know how to handle. They don't know how to handle criticism, and they don't know how to handle criticism from the people, and it's like I don't like these people anymore. They seek to silence my voice, and they go to different groups and different people to silence your and my voice because they think they're the ones that should be heard, and that human beings cannot decipher good and bad information. Joey, what do you say before I end this song?
It affected all forms of media, even blogging. There was a blogger, I think his name was Glenn Reynolds, and he was the top, I would say, left pundit blogger. And I remember the day when he stopped allowing comments on his posts, and that was the last time I ever read that guy. And it's happened in so many ways.
And what is it about these people who don't want to hear? And maybe that's part of human nature, not to want to hear other people's side. You just, maybe we all have our inner narcissist. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems the people in charge now, I wonder if the people in charge now even see themselves as others see them. If they're any kind of if they have any kind of introspection, because it doesn't feel like they do. It feels like they don't have that they're so myopic they can't see past their own nose. All right, Joey. Hey guys,
I feel the days of the ecumenical sort of control factors, though, are giving way to the technocracy. And so here we go. It's a whole new set. They're going to continue to try to dupe us into all sorts of weird contracts. I mean, you heard the whole sales pitch Trump gave over the Trump themed coin. I mean, people, 95% of those people that bought in lost their ass, and he knew what he was doing, and that crypto, that coin that he was promoting was a completely different class of investment from like Bitcoin and the other sort of major coins. So it was a scam from the go, and so they're going to continue to get people to fall into some sort of contract if you're not careful. Anyways,
let's just be honest here. That's anybody. Again, I want people to buy from buy good products, but always and buy products of people who support your values. And you know what? People who promote midwit woke culture, this cancel culture, try not to buy from them. Strategic boycotts are the way to go. And also buying from other people that want to help you. And that whole thing about the Trump coin, I may not agree with it, but I agree with it more than I do a Brian Stelter or a Don Lemon, who are toxic egotists who, again, believe in censorship. They coined the phrase freedom of speech is not freedom of reach. And I think that was an ADL saying, by the way. Joey, do you have anything to add before I call this show a day?
No, I think we got it. Got it.
Let's do this. Resist Midwit woke culture. This is the song I just wrote on.
Make sure you twerk the like button now. Twerk it. Okay.
Show me how you try. Closure is don't hear. I won't stand by. I'll make it clear. You don't want my voice. Sing my voice don't count. Well, here's my choice. I'll shout it out. Resist midway culture. Boycott when you can. Raise your voice to thunder. Don't need your plan. They can't silence true. Passion in our veins. When they shut us to fun. Break their chains. Don't need your plan. Don't need your plan. They can't silence true. Passion in our veins. When they shut us to, we'll break their chains. Don't need your plan. Don't need your plan. Don't need your plan. Money spends, we're free. Ideas flow and grow. Don't tread on me.
Like, subscribe, and remember that the midwit culture bites the hand that feeds them. Boycott them whenever possible. Thank you for listening.